Hi, I'm Dr. Ruth Ballard, pen name Ruthy Ballard, and I've written a new science fantasy novel for middle grade kids that highlights the need for criminal justice reform. Most cases of wrongful conviction in the United States involve intrinsic biases in the criminal justice system, including racial discrimination and, more broadly, entrenched inequities in power, influence, and access to financial resources. Change is badly needed, but the majority of parents and educators lack direct experience with the system. I consult with attorneys and the courts on DNA evidence, and I've done that for more than 20 years. My new book, Frankie and the Gift of Fantasy, provides preteens a view from the inside, harnessing the power of storytelling to lure them in and get them talking. Here's the plot. When young Frankie Rousseau disappears through a crack in his bedroom ceiling, whisked off to a distant two-moon planet, an innocent man named Jimmy is arrested and charged with Frankie's abduction and murder, a crime that never took place. The book follows Frankie's magical, transformative adventure across the galaxy, but also Jimmy's tragic tale back on Earth, where he's railroaded by police and a zealous prosecutor and is failed by a snoozing, jaded defense attorney who assumes he's guilty. Jimmy is a highly sympathetic character and not atypical. He comes from an abusive family and is forced to join a gang when he's only 11 years old to stay safe on the streets. As a result, he gets swept up into petty crimes and jumps in and out of the criminal justice system for many years. He's not a bad person, quite the opposite. Jimmy is naturally gifted at working with his hands and wants nothing more than to have a normal life. I wrote the first draft of this book a few years ago, before the current and long overdue movement for criminal justice reform. And it seems like fate that my book is launching in the middle of this revolution. It's a valuable teaching tool grounded in over 120 forensic DNA case reviews I've done over the years. Too many times I've seen people, especially young men of color, treated unfairly, sometimes pleading guilty for crimes they didn't commit. Faced with a possible 30-year sentence, they opt for 6 or 7. And once they've pleaded, they can't appeal their case because there was no trial. Frankie and the Gift of Fantasy was released for Kindle on June 16, 2020, and can be ordered at Amazon.com. The print book will follow soon on October 1st. The second book, Tales by Moon's Light, Stories from Before the Great Melt, will be released in ebook format in July and in print next February. It focuses on the 4 pillars of scientific literacy and touts the strength in genetic diversity, a message that all kids need to hear right now. You can find out more by visiting my publisher's website at whipsmartbooks.com or by joining me on YouTube. Thanks for everything you do for our kids, and thanks too for watching this special book launch video.